Hey guys, what's up? It's Natasha and welcome back to this week's video. Today I will be doing the end of the year book tag, and it's basically just talking about the books that you want to read by the end of the year. Can you believe it's December? Happy December. Happy holiday season, I guess. Before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe. If you are new, also remember to click the notification button next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified once my videos are uploaded. And without any further ado, let's get on with the video. I also want to apologize, the light's reflecting on my glasses. This would have been very convenient if I wasn't wearing glasses, but you know, that's a package deal for you. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year and need to finish? Luckily, it doesn't mention when you need to finish the books. The first one is, I'm stuck on A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I almost said A Court of Fire and Blood. The George R. R. Martin's Fire and Blood series. What was that? I don't know. This book just drags. I started this book in November. Call it end of October, November. And because it reads like a journal, basically, I'm finding it very hard to get past it. I think I'm on chapter... No, don't lie. I'm on page 76 for the past 3 weeks. And that's where I've been staying. So I don't know if I want to... I want to pick up this book, but I don't have the motivation to pick it up, if you understand what I mean. Like, you know it's there, you know you need to finish it, but So hopefully I will finish it by the end of this year, or I will get to it by January. I don't know when the series is going to come out. I think it's the House of Dragon series. It's just a very difficult book to get through. And then the second book is one I've been ranting on for about, I don't know, this whole year. And it's the whole inheritance cycle. Aragon being one of them. You can see I started it. The bobby pin was my book, my placekeeper. What do you call it? Where I keep track of where I read. Wow. Okay. I think I started this at the beginning of February, and then I just put it down again. I was like, meh. Don't really need to read this, so I'm just going to move on with my life. And then I stopped reading for like 3 months. I want to finish it. I really do, but it won't most likely be by this year. Maybe next year, maybe the year after that. The motivation's not there. So the second question I adapted a little bit, mostly because we don't live in the northern hemisphere, we live in the southern hemisphere, and we are currently in summer. So the original question is, what is a book that will help you, an autumnal book that will help you transition into the end of the year? So I just asked the question, what is a book that will help you transition into the end of the year? And even though we live in the southern hemisphere and Christmas is usually a time for jumping in the pool and having a wonderful Christmas, you know, like a warm Christmas party, I still have this idea of a white Christmas. So that would be A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. This is, I don't know, when I read it this year, it gave me that whole Christmassy feel. I really feel like this might have been like, you know, a Christmas special for the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I got a very Christmassy feel from this, even though they just keep on talking about winter solstice. This has a very Christmas feel to it. So question 3 is a new release that you are still waiting for. Apart from the fact that I am dying to see if, and I'm assuming she is, Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Silver Flames, if she's going to continue with Nesta's story. I'm not sure when she's going to bring it out, so there's that book. That's basically that. I don't really have anticipation of new books coming out either this year or by the next year, mostly because I'm not really focused on new releases just yet. I really need to get through a lot of books that I still have in my possession, even on my Kindle. Question number 4 is, what are the books that you want to read before the end of this year? I have a whole package. Hold on. The first 2 books actually is I had to figure out where to put it. The Throne of Glass series, but mostly just the first one, and then, well, the prequel, and then the start of the series. I had a book binge on Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses, and You know, I just fell in love with the way she wrote the stories and the way she described everything around her, and it also inspired me to start writing. So I'm busy writing a book, as I have been for the past 12 years. But anyway, I believe I'm getting better at it. That's not the point of the story. So these two I really want to finish, even if it's not the whole series. I really want to finish these two by the end of this year. And I believe I can get it right if I just put my mind to it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put my mind to it. And the other two that's also part of a series is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, as well as City of Good Grief Glass by Cassandra Clare. I started the City of Bones last month. I like the storytelling. I like the world building. I don't necessarily like Clary because, you know, she's a teen, she's annoying, whatever. But yeah, these two books I really want to read by the end of this year. So I have a long list of books that I want to read in December. So it's 2 books in 2 series, and I also want to read The Starless Sea by is it Erin Morgenstern? I almost called her Cornelia Funk. I read The Night Circus a few months ago, and that was a brilliant read. So I'm quite excited for this book. Question number 5 is there a book you think can still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? That I believe would be The Starless Sea. I'm choosing more than one book, but it's fine. Mostly because I think everyone, you know, the praises for Erin Morgenstern is high, so I really believe that this is going to be one of my favorite books by this year, as well as the Throne of Glass books, because it's Sarah J. Maas. Who doesn't love her? Let's just be honest. And then question number 6, and it's also the final question: have you already started making reading plans for next year? Other than having a goal of trying to or aiming to read 50 books by next year, I don't think I have another goal. I do want to start a reading journal, but that's also a lot of work because I don't always have the patience to draw things. And I don't want to buy a reading journal. I want the journal to be my own. So we shall see how that goes, but that's basically the only goals I have for 2022. Let me rephrase that. That is the only reading goals I have for 2022. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want, please answer the questions down below. I have a whole list of books that I want to read in December, and this is just, the books are already growing. The list is already growing. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video next week. Bye!